Hi everyone, I hope you're doing well and I'm so excited that you decided to join me in this 10-minute mobility and stretch recovery session. So if you're following along with the Strong and Lean program, this is day 4 of week 1, and so I know that we've done 3 pretty intense workouts, so my body's definitely feeling in need of a bit of recovery, relaxation and a nice stretch to kind of loosen up those muscles. So it is going to be a full body stretch. We're going to be starting from standing and working our way down to the floor into some lying exercises. You won't need any equipment, just something soft to do the stretches on and a nice calming peaceful environment, because like I said, we're really going to use this time to just slow down a little bit and show our minds and bodies some love. So yeah, that pretty much sums it up. Without further delay, I'm going to press the timer and let's get started. The first move we're going to go into, we're just going to be folding forward into that hamstring stretch, and then we're going to be coming up, pushing our hips forward into that hip extension. So we're just moving through these 2 movements here, trying to touch your toes. You can have a slight bend in your knees, and then coming up, pushing your hips forward. Really going through that full range of motion. Active mobility here. All right, and now we're going to go into a passive stretch. So we're just going to go first into that hamstring hold. So we're leaning forward over our legs, really feeling that nice stretch throughout the back of our legs. You can have a slight bend in the knees, but try and touch your toes and just make sure that you feel that nice stretch in the back of your legs. Adjust so that you make the stretch work for you. And keep breathing. All right, and now we're going to go into that hip extension. So really push your hips forward, squeeze your bum tight, and really into that extension motion. This is a really important one to do because we don't usually go into this hip extension motion a lot. A lot of the time we're kind of rounded over like this. So this is just kind of counterbalancing all the sitting and the standing with poor posture that I do. I know I definitely do. Perfect, and now we're just going to go into some arm crosses. So one hand above, one hand below, and switching which hand comes across first, or higher up I should say, each time. So we don't have to keep our arms super straight here. We can have a slight bend at the elbow, and if anything, it's probably going to be better, unless you have super flexible joints or something. Perfect, and now we're going to take one arm and we're just going to cross it over, and we're really going to use that other hand to pull it into our chest. Again, you can see how we've transitioned from the active mobility move when we were moving through a range of motion into this kind of passive stretch where we're just holding a move in kind of one position. All right, and switch arms. So bringing that other arm in and keep breathing. Really pulling it in as far in and across your chest as you can. Perfect. Now we're going to go down to the floor. We're going to have one leg directly below us and the other leg out at a right angle, and we're going to be shifting to the leg that is, the foot is kind of pointing away from us. So this leg here, we're shifting into it, really putting our body weight on top of this leg, trying to get a nice stretch here in the calf and the ankle. And we're just shifting in and out of it. And you know the drill, we're going to go into that shifted forward position, our body weight really on top of this leg here. And we're breathing, really warm, really stretching out those calves and the ankle. I also feel it a little bit here in my inner thigh of the opposite leg. Trying to keep your heel on the ground here though. All right, and switch sides. So this leg now below you, other leg extended out here at this right angle, and we're shifting backwards and forwards. As we shift forwards, like I was saying, you want to have the heel firmly on the ground. So going as far as you can, putting as much of your body weight on that leg as possible before your foot raises off the ground. And now we're going to hold it here. Really feeling a nice stretch in the inner thigh and the calf and ankle of this leg here. Adjust your position if you need to. And keep breathing. Perfect. Now we're going to take our legs out into a frog pose. So again, trying to keep that 90-degree angle with our shins. And we're just going to be taking some rocks backwards and forwards. So pushing our hips and bum back and then forwards. Stretching out those hips and inner thighs. Perfect, now we're going to sit our bum and hips back, but of course don't let yourself collapse down on the ground. Just sitting back as far as you can. Bum doesn't touch the ground. Try and move your legs a little bit wider if you can. And we're just going to hold that position, really getting the deep stretch here in the inner thighs, adductors. Perfect. And now we're just going to take a lunge out, so stepping forward with one leg. We're going to be moving from the lunge and then shifting our hips back into that hamstring stretch. So hips go forward into a lunge and then back. Just cycling through these two movements here. Perfect, and now for 30 seconds, we're just going to stay here in this lunge position, so pushing our hips forward, really feeling a nice stretch in those hips. You can use the arm that's on the same side as the leg that's forward to really push out on that leg to get deeper into this lunge stretch. Now we're sitting back, sitting our hips back. One leg is out extended here. Try and keep it as straight as you can. And we're really feeling a nice stretch in the back of the legs, so in those hamstrings and a little bit the calves. Have your hands on the floor for support. As you breathe into these stretches, you can try and go a little bit deeper if it feels right. Perfect, and now we're going to take a lunge with the other leg, so other leg comes forward and we're moving between the lunge and the hamstring stretch on that opposite leg. Perfect, and you know the drill, 30 seconds now in that deep lunge, hips forward, looking up, arm that's on the same side as the leg that's forward. We can use that to really firstly hold our front foot down and then push the knee outwards to really deepen that stretch. Pushing our hips forward. Perfect, and now shooting our hips back, we're going into that hamstring stretch. So the leg that's working is extended out. Try and keep it straight if you can. Hips square, so we're facing forward. And try and take your chest closer down to your hamstring if you can to really deepen that stretch. And keep breathing. Perfect. All right, last couple of exercises here. We're just gonna go onto the floor, bring our knees into our chest, And we're going to be rocking up and down on the mat, or backwards and forwards, however you like to think about it. Really massaging out that back, taking out all the tension that might have gathered from the week's workouts or even just daily activities. Perfect. And now we're going to stay in the middle here, statically, back on the ground, and we're really pulling those knees into our chest. Staying here for the last 20 seconds or so. All right, and that's your stretch completed. Amazing work, everyone. If anyone wants to join me here, we're just gonna go into a starfish position. So feet out, arms out into that almost jumping jack position on the floor. And we're just gonna take some few deep breaths. So breathe in and out. As you breathe in and then breathe out, feel all the tension leaving your body. Feel where you might be particularly tight, and then really think of exhaling out that tension as you exhale out your breath. So let's do a few more here. So breathe in for 3, hold for 3, and exhale for 3. Let's do 2 more. All right, and slowly come up to standing. I hope you're feeling relaxed. I know I definitely am, so it might take a while to adjust back to the normal life outside of the exercise mat. But yeah, I really hope you enjoyed this stretch. That was day 4 of the Strong and Lean program. We have 2 more days left of the first week worth of programs. Sorry, I'm messing up my words. But yeah, tomorrow's workout is going to be a 35-minute kettlebell strength and power. You can do it with a kettlebell or a dumbbell. I hope you join me. If not, hopefully see you on one of my other workouts. I hope you have a great day, a great rest of the week. Like this video if you enjoyed it, comment with what you enjoyed or anything you didn't enjoy you want to see improved, any video ideas you might have, because I'm always looking for suggestions. And yeah, thank you so much for joining again. I hope to see you soon. And yeah, bye.